G'day, Stephen Carey from offthegridandeyes.com. What can I call this? This is commonly called Guerrilla Hydroponics. People have seen our Guerilla buckets. They're only basically called a Guerilla bucket because there is no reticulation. This video is primarily about that. It's what we do in these, what we would call static buckets. Few people have got these up. Dutch buckets, if you look up Dutch buckets on YouTube, Dutch buckets actually are just these same things with reticulation systems in them. We don't do that because we're off grid, so we use Guerilla buckets. Now I'm gonna do a quick walk around the garden just for 3 seconds and then come back to this, and I have my lovely assistant ready to deal with the technical details of it. So I'll just leave it at that. Oh, actually, Kerry, do you want to say hello, babe?
Hi guys. And you know what, Steve, about I reckon they're called Guerilla buckets because if shit hits the fan, you can pick them up and carry them and take them with you.
Shit ain't gonna hit the fan.
You can take your garden with you.
Anyway, so we did these. There's 13 here and we got another one inside. These 13 we prepared earlier because that's just high tech, hey? We did them yesterday. Anyway, some people wanted there was a quick question, and we're going to cover right this second as I wander down the side. These actually are celery. Now, Kerry, you had a couple of questions that people asked about root rot. You want to show the water?
Okay, so this is a celery growing in a bucket of water and nutrients.
Right.
Is there any root rot? No.
Hang on. What's the colour of the water, babe?
Clear.
Absolutely clear. You don't have to move it.
And look at the roots.
Anyone spot root rot? No reticulation, a massive root growth, beautiful celery on top.
That we've been harvesting as we go. We don't take the whole plant, we just take one of these off. Like,
so let's hope that addresses...
Like this. Nice and fresh and
How brutal
juicy.
is that? I want that.
It's yummo.
See that? Steve's snack.
Thanks.
Not bad, actually.
That's what we do, we snack.
Probably shouldn't eat while you're videoing.
No.
But people said, what about the root rot? Well, these static buckets have been, for the whole course of these plants, which has been about 8 weeks or something.
No.
What?
About 6 months.
Oh, those 6 months?
Yeah.
Really?
Start of winter, yep.
Oh, start of winter. Alright. And the water's still dead clean. No root rot. Very tasty, by the way, if you can't tell. Anyway, that's root rot and these 2 buckets here, and we're going to do a quick run around, trying to jerk the camera. Say hello, Jess. Actually, that'd be Jess saying hello. And Jess isn't flat out.
No, she will be.
We put down, I'm still chewing on celery, put down another 9 of these. These are our half barrels, they're wicking beds. What do we got in there, babe?
A couple of tomatoes and some basil, because I always plant my basil with my tomatoes.
That's called companion planting.
It is.
And Jess is checking it out to make sure it's okay.
And they're just babies at the moment, but they shall grow.
We did a bit of replanting that Jess is showing everybody.
I've got some silver beet and some, that's a perpetual spinach in the bigger one.
Yeah, right.
Because the spinach is doing better in the beds.
And all our broccolis are still growing good, but they're not making broccolis.
And the silver beet is doing well.
Silver beet's going well. I've got to stop chewing on celery. Sorry, guys. But yeah, all the stuff in the wicking beds is going pretty good too. All these fellas, look at the beetroots.
The beetroots, the broccoli. Yesterday I put in the zucchini and a cucumber in there so they can climb up the...
Yeah, they're pretty small though. They're like way
they're
over
all
here.
babies yet.
Yeah, you can't take a... No one's jumping out of their skin over that one. But yeah, these buggers are all going real well in the wicking barrels. We've got about 32 of these wicking barrels going. We got more over here, which are tomatoes.
Tomatoes and basil again.
Tomato and basil.
I'm going to say tomato and basil a lot today.
Because I like the technical stuff to do with gardening. That's called companion planting again, for people that don't know. Whack a couple of little plants in, some herbs to go with your tomatoes. Got another one over there. And down here, we have tomato alley. Actually, is it tomato? Come on, babe.
Yes, we've got, again, 2 tomatoes in each barrel.
Yep.
With some basils. This one's got 3 cucumbers.
Cucumbers.
We are going to put up a trellis here so they could all climb.
Where's that ladder? Where's that trellis go? I like the arm work.
Here.
Up here.
Here.
Yes. And
Yeah.
Kerry hasn't been touching distilled water. That was pretty good. Are you Italian? Italians, yeah. Italians do the arm work. That was pretty good, babe.
Well,
Yeah, but we're going to call that Tomato Alley, and we are going to hang some lattice down from the eaves straight down over the top so this stuff can grow.
look at my mint.
The mint.
I'm loving the mint.
Mint's not bad, eh?
I'm loving that.
Yeah, and
Oh, the smell.
yeah, it smells pretty good.
Beautiful.
Got a few old fruit trees there that they're just sort of struggling along, but we won't worry about those.
They'll be fine.
Anyway, back into the main game. We've been doing some hydroponic replanting. A lot of the stuff, I'll just wander around a quick one, eh? What? All our pipes, we've got new little plants in them, new ceilings. How many we buy? About 18 million?
A million, yeah.
Yeah, they were dirt cheap. They were like $5 a punnet. You know, we could be doing it from
They
seed, but
weren't $5 a punnet. They were $2 or $3.
$2.
Or $3.
Did you get a budget deal?
$3 something a punnet.
Oh, I told you Kerry was a tight
I
ass.
am. I am.
You what?
I am.
You're a tight ass?
I'm frugal.
Frugal.
I am.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
But we have been ripping out a lot of positions on the hydroponics, just to take a lot of the winter stuff out that went to seed that the chooks are loving, and putting some new stuff in. Now back to the main game.
Oh, let's show them strawberries.
Oh, okay. All right. So I'm being told what to do here.
Yeah,
I was actually told by one lady to shush up. Let Kerry talk. Yes, we did replant some strawberries. These
Well, I just added to them.
yeah,
Because some of them are doing well. Look at that one's it's got flowers. I'm happy with that.
yeah, they're going okay.
Yeah. I intend to have strawberry jam at the end of this season.
Yeah. And what are we got going here?
Here's the chilies.
Oh, chilies.
Chilies.
These suckers actually grow real well, eh?
I hope
We had,
so.
well,
Well, they did up the other house. So.
up the other property,
Yeah.
we had pretty good luck with them. We've got 2 barrels of those. What did we put over here? We pulled out
capsicums.
all our kale was in the shed drying now.
Capsicums.
Capsicum, you want to
Can't
point?
get enough.
My assistant needs to point.
Capsicums.
Oh, lots of capsicum.
And more zucchinis and more cucumbers.
Yeah, zucchinis to grow up the lettuce there.
Yep.
So that was a bit of replanting we did. And what do we get over here?
Oh,
We really didn't do much. Oh, actually, we did lash out. We've had no success. This is Central Victoria. We actually tried to grow a couple of passion fruits, but the amount of water that we could give them and the location they were in, we gave up. So we put this sucker into a wicking barrel along with our fruit trees. Ooh, as he has that.
Yeah, I'm really hoping this passion fruit does.
Fruit trees are all doing good. They're all kicking along nicely. All in these half barrels, wicking bed half barrels, except for that one. Don't worry about that one.
Oh, a couple.
We're going to swap that one out.
We do.
But yeah, we have a shitload of these barrels. We really love the wicking barrels and the wicking beds like these fellas here. Look at these things. I mean, they're lovely. They've been in for a while, but they're doing real well. What are they?
Silver beet.
Silver beet.
And more celery.
You need to get down there and be my assistant and point.
Silver beet.
You know the way they do it on the TV shows where the lady throws the arm
And
out?
this is the celery that I've tried in the wicking beds. But as you can tell, the
Yeah,
ones in the buckets are much
that's it.
better.
Look at that. That's a celery there.
And they get
And
enough
check
water.
check out the thickness of it. And then
Look at this.
look at the thickness on that thing.
I mean, why wouldn't you do the buckets with the celery?
Yeah. And there's not a shovel in sight.
I just
Now-
did those ones as an experiment.
Now we're going to go inside and do this other thing. The reason we garden like this in the central Victoria is because of that sucker over there. So it's a wheelbarrow with a shovel.
Huh.
And a crowbar normally goes along with it. And we hate all of those things.
Yeah.
So we
We're
do.
too old.
That's it, we're too old. Now, we'll go inside and do this thing. People want to see how you do this, Kerry.
All right, let's have a look.
Right.
I've got my snack. I'll put that down for later.
Because of high technology, this is one we prepared earlier.
Okay, so what we need is a bucket.
Hang on, I have to do my standard disclaimer. We're listening to Roy Orbison on YouTube on the Outdoor TV. So, Mr. YouTube, cut us some slack. Right, we're just listening to it. We do like Roy Orbie. Sorry, babe. Back to...
So you start with a bucket. It's one of these white buckets that we've painted
Yeah. Why do we paint them?
to stop the algae.
Yeah. We went to Bunnings and tried to buy matte black paint in a can to roll on. It was about $8 million a can. So we wound up just grabbing, to do the 13 buckets or 14 buckets all up, two $7 cans, sprayed all these buckets. And that's to keep the algae out.
Yeah. So what we do with the buckets, with the lid, there are 10-litre buckets, I think, aren't they, Steve?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Steve cut a hole out of here.
And the hole is to fit
One of these net cups.
70mm net cup. And what does it do? Oh, bugger me dead, falls in the hole.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So these net cups are very cheap from China.
We do buy all our stuff from China.
Now, when you get them, can you see inside that?
Oh, if you hold them still. Yeah, one's got a big hole in the bottom,
Yeah.
and one hasn't.
Yeah, they come with that,
Yeah, we cut the hole.
and there's a reason for that.
That's to let all the roots go through into the
Exactly when
nutrients.
you're planting
Now
them.
see how the nutrients, that bucket we showed you with the celery, the nutrients, people go, why do we use bought nutrients? Well, they're very clean and there's no heavy material in them. If you mix your own nutrients up, which is all fine, the nutrients tend to get a bit chunky and they will attract algae. This stuff, one grow.
We use
You got to keep it still, I'm not that good.
one cap
One cap
of this
into
a watering can.
5 litre watering can.
Just fill it up with water, put your cap of nutrients in.
So that bucket costs 2 caps.
No, well, 1.5.
1.5 caps, yeah.
Which will last for a long time.
Probably.
Obviously in the summer it dries up a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
But you know what? Usually a plant's life will take that much water.
Yeah.
Usually you don't have to because the roots go right down to the...
So yeah, look, don't move. Oh, Kerry, don't move it.
sorry.
I'm not that good, all right? What do you think I am? Channel 7.
Yes.
You think so?
Yes.
Am I that good?
No.
No, I'm not. We use this one grow. Costs about $50 for a 5 litre. Sounds like a lot of money, but it goes a long way. Now, you've got to think about what you would probably do with your normal garden. Most good gardeners will buy a bit of nutrient to add to their garden beds. Probably gone to a lot of trouble to, bulk up the soil and a lot of effort. This stuff is a one hit. No mixing, no nothing. 1 cap, 1.5 caps into one of these buckets. Nice clean nutrient that doesn't get algified. Algified, there's a new word.
Wow, that's impressive.
Do you know the meaning of the word algified?
Growing green stuff.
I know my English. That could be algified.
Yes.
Now Kerry's going to build one, right?
Build
So
one.
you have a blacked bucket.
Okay, now I'm just going to fill it up a little bit to the... See how it's got holes in the side of this bucket?
I've got to show it.
Can you see the holes?
Well, if you get your hand out
Actually,
the way.
if I fill it, you'll see the water come out. See the water come out.
Yeah, okay.
I just wasted some...
I don't know whether people actually see that, but there is a little hole there.
There's 4 of
That hole is set, there it goes. That hole is set to the depth of the bottom of the net cup when it sits in the lid. So, oh look at that, it's peeing in the bucket.
Yeah,
Oh.
I'm catching it.
That's giving me the urge to do something. But yeah, all you gotta do is drill the holes. We put 4 holes in the side of the bucket, and that's for 2 reasons. The holes allow the water to get out in case it rains, so you don't have an overflow issue. The holes allow the nutrient level to be kept at the bottom of the net cup as it sits once the lid's sitting on there. Would you like to give us an example, Kerry? See that? Slowly.
Oh,
The guys
sorry.
have got,
Well,
see
I
that?
don't know if they can see it, but...
Well, yeah, if you lift it up, you're just too quick. Over towards me, babe. See the net cup? The water level set to the bottom of the net cup, sitting on top. We don't clamp the lids on. Root rot will be caused if you've got 2 things happening. Dirty nutrients or no air going through. So the holes in the side of the bucket allow air in. And what Kerry's going to do in a minute also lets air in. Now you got to build one, baby.
Okay, so what you do is you take your little... This is a little tomato plant.
Yep.
And it came from a punnet of tomatoes.
And you wash all the dirty
so
cap off it.
You've got to try and wash as much dirt as you can.
You're too quick.
Sorry, mate. You've got to try and wash... Obviously, it didn't get all of it off.
So you wind up with a bare-rooted tomato.
Yes.
Yes.
And then you take your little net cup with the hole in it
yeah.
and stick it in there. So
You poke it through the hole in the bottom.
So the roots are on the bottom.
They're just hanging through.
Yep. And then I just hold it with 2 fingers, see?
Yep.
And then I get some little...
You want to show what you're using there?
Some river rocks.
River rocks, yeah. Handful of river rocks.
I just put them in
Well,
around.
you got to do them up above so people can see it.
Just put them in.
You just pretty much surround the top of the plant with some river rocks. My lovely assistant does this far better than me. Who likes Roy Orbison? Not bad on a Sunday, arvo.
Okay.
Is that?
So that's full.
Yeah, right. Now I just want to get a close up. You got to hold it still. So that river rocks and just a seedling and the roots hanging through.
Now all I'm going to do is pop it in the bucket.
Damn, was that it? And what's that? Is that done?
Ta-da!
Hang on, do you want to, I've got to pan back. Now, do you want to do it? Do you want to do the arm thing?
Ta-da!
That's it. One Dutch bucket. A Dutch bucket without reticulation. Lid sitting on loosely to let air in. Holes in the side to let excess water out or nutrient overflow.
Black painted.
Black painted so that the algae doesn't get in there. And bucking me dead, you can just frickin' leave it now. Did anyone see... A question for the audience. Did anyone see a shovel?
Only in the wheelbarrow.
Yes. We like keeping the shovel in the wheelbarrow.
We do.
And actually, most of the time we just leave it there for looks, eh?
Yeah, to make it like we actually did, yeah.
Yeah. This is really easy gardening, guys. That bucket you can scab up from bakeries, and if you have to, you can buy them. They're pretty cheap. But one position, no shovel, no crowbar, no dirt, no nutrient as far as added nutrient, no bags of mulch, no nothing, just 2 capfuls of the old liquid nutrient, straight in the bucket. You saw how quick, Kerry, did that take you ages?
Yes.
You need a break now.
I know, I need a cuppa or maybe a distilled water.
A distilled water, yes, it may be distilled
After all
water.
that hard gardening.
Now, what you got to do is show what we do to this bucket. You got to take it around and put on the posi.
Well, have we got a posi around there?
We have, there is a posi. So this is what you do, see?
See, guerrilla gardening. Take your garden.
Guerrilla gardening, and you just carry it round. Bugging me dead. This is hard. Now, up the end there, I think. Oh no, you got to move a couple together.
See, this, it goes into my tomato area. So
Yeah.
I'm going to actually have to rearrange because we are putting a...
Well, I reckon you should compress these ones up.
Yeah, but it's got to go with the tomatoes, Steve.
Okay. Alright, Kerry's got it under control. So this is positioning your plants in our garden. Our garden happens to be a couple of bits of hardwood sitting on a brick. Alright. Good shot of Kerry's
look
bum.
at that double one
Yes, we do have a double one there because that's a big bucket. This is a 20 litre
that we
bucket.
got from somewhere that we didn't want to waste.
That's right. There you go. So you've basically planted it.
Ta-da!
You got to do the arm movement.
Ta-da!
That's it. So that's how you do a Guerrilla bucket, alright? You can scab the buckets up, buy some cheap paint, bottle of nutrient, lasts forever. Plant your seedlings in with a few pebbles around it, and that's what you wind up with. And when you leave them sit for a while, no root rot, no nothing, you wind up with big ass celery like that. That's beautiful. Not a shovel, no dirt, no trip to Bunnings to buy some nutrient in a bag like some compost. No standing out in the sun. The stuff doesn't die because it's in water. Celeries and tomatoes love water.
And you know what? No mussels involved.
No mussels?
No mussels.
Alright.
That's a good girly thing.
A good girly thing. So the garden's going good. We've got a big patch on the far wall over there that we are actually going to put some, we're not sure whether we'll put Dutch buckets down or more barrels, but I'm pretty much barreled out. We have a lot of these barrels kicking around now.
I would like them eventually, but in the meantime...
You want more barrels?
Yeah, but in the meantime...
This is the picture of a woman who actually wants more barrels.
These barrels are great.
I bought trailer loads of them home.
I know, but they're great.
And you want more?
Yep.
Greedy girl, greedy girl. There's a cat. What you doing, cat? You flat out?
Oh, she's still got a sore.
Yeah.
From her fight.
She had a fight with another cat. Yeah, bloody cat.
She's still not better.
So anyway, that's it for Guerrilla Buckets from Stephen Carey and from offthegridnoz.com. listening to Roy Orby on a Sunday afternoon. Just wanted to make a quick video. You got to clean your mess up now, Kerry.
I know.
Yeah, I know. And we hope that you may. You can mix this stuff in. As you can see, we do the wicking beds, which are, you know, those are wicking beds. Those flat half cut barrels. Those are wicking barrels. We do use, you know, we buy a load of mushroom compost and we do that. But in conjunction with that, these pipes up here, you know, they're great for turning around bok choy, pak choy, lettuce, as I've said a million times.
Hey Steve, do you want me to show them how we fill the pipes up?
Well, yeah, you can. This is what we do with the pipes.
We take it out.
One capful in the thing.
Yeah, this is already made up.
And Kerry, you got to pick the plant up. You just pop it up in the air and bang.
And put some water in.
And you can pull one out and just show the people that this stuff. Yeah, look at that. Check this out. So that doesn't kill the plant.
They love it.
And you can move them around. So if you've got plants that are doing well in a better area, you just pop them out and pop them back in the pipe.
And this is a chamomile plant that I'm trying out in the pots.
Yeah, you got a few herbs planted in the pots now.
I have, and today I actually planted some flower plants. What are they called? Polyanthus.
Yeah, Kerry does put flowers to attract the bees.
Yes, and it makes me happy.
And what do we want to do, guys? We want to keep Kerry happy because we know she's got a stick.
I totally need to redo the winter veg, but the chickens will be happy.
Yeah, those ones have gone to seed, so we're going to feed them the chooks.
We've decided that the pak choy isn't as good as the
little pak choys over there, they're going alright, but they're really slow, so...
Are they spinaches, baby?
Spinach, well, they could be pak choy.
No.
Okay. But yeah, these pipes also are Guerilla pipes. No retic on them at the moment. Anything where you've got a nutrient water base to grow your plants in with no soil is basically Guerrilla Hydroponics. Means there's no power required. Just a couple of capfuls of stuff into a bucket. Fill the pipe up. Yeah, look, as with all gardening, you've got infrastructure costs. You need to be able to set up your first length of pipe, set up your barrels. Once you've done that though, it's all recycle. You just replant the little net cups that go in them. You reuse them. The stuff in the barrels, yeah, we top them up every blue moon, like after every harvest, like you would do with any garden. But it's all pretty easy, guys. Anyway, I'll leave it at that because this is getting long. Do you want to say see you later, babe?
Oh, bye guys. We've got lots of other stuff to tell you, but
not now.
We'll keep that for another video. See you later, and we're out.